guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be sharing with you my favourites from winter. We are just about to head into spring here in the UK, although you wouldn't be able to tell because we've still got snow on the ground. We had snow at the weekend again, which many of you will know, and it's still on the ground, so I'm really hoping that that is the last of it because I am a little bit fed up of the cold weather. Anyway, I digress. This is my favourites video. I've got a few products to share with you. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Leah and this little one is Fraser, and I have a 2-year-old who is called Tommy. And I stopped doing monthly videos a little while ago. I would just do them every now and then. I would forget to do them, then I'd forget what products I'd enjoyed that month, and I never really had a lot to share. So I decided a while ago just to do seasonal favourites. So it kind of means I've got a few months to gather a few products together and then be able to share it with you. So these are my winter favourites. I have an autumn favourites and maybe a summer one, I can't remember, but I will link them down below, whichever ones I have. Anyway, I thought the first one I should share with you, my favourites from winter, is this little guy. He was born right before Christmas, about 2 or 3 days before Christmas, so he's been with us throughout the whole of winter. So obviously he is a major part of my favourites for the last few months. You're a little bit bright there, so we just turn that down a little bit. No, I'm just not quite enough. There we go, it's a bit better. The sun is kind of beaming in and out of the clouds in front of me, so we'll see how well we do. But obviously he is a favourite from the winter months. How could you not be? Hey, how could you not be? And that also brings me to another favourite, and that was not being pregnant anymore. One of the first things I said after giving birth was that was horrendous, but I'm so glad I'm no longer pregnant. So yeah, definitely was pleased not to be pregnant anymore, and to be on this side of pregnancy. And although newborns are mega hard, I'd much rather cope with a newborn than pregnancy any day. Anyway, I'm going to try and get him down for a little nap, but I wanted him to feature in the beginning of this video because obviously he's a major favourite for the last few months. I'm going to see if I can get him down for a nap and be able to finish off the video because I've got a few things to share with you. And say bye bye. Hopefully when I put the camera back on he'll be asleep. Well, I'm back and the baby is asleep, but he's actually just down here in his rocker, so hopefully he stays asleep throughout the rest of this video. I actually have a few fails that I wanted to share with you, so I thought I'd share those with you now. The first one is a Nightlight, and it's this little guy here who is Marshall from Paw Patrol. So I bought this for Tommy, our oldest boy, when he moved into his new bedroom. We moved him from his nursery, which is a tiny little room, into the spare bedroom, which is actually the same size as our bedroom. And we decorated it a while ago, although the bedroom isn't actually finished yet. And I wanted to get a nightlight for him because we were struggling to get him to stay in bed all night, and I thought maybe having a nightlight would help. And my sister had a Peppa Pig one, which I thought was similar to this, kind of rubbery, and so it's a soft one, and hers was a nightlight, but when you lifted it up it turned into a torch, so I thought that was perfect. Tommy would love that. But he's not really into Peppa Pig, so I saw this, and although he's not really into Marshall, his favourite probably would be Chase or Sky. I apologise about the lighting, the sun is coming in and out. I've actually closed the curtains, but the curtains are quite thin, so the sun is just beaming through. But anyway, I bought this one because it's Paw Patrol, and although it's not his favourite Paw Patrol, I thought he would like it. Anyway, he does like it, so it's not a complete fail, but as a nightlight, it is a bit of a failure. So you press this button here, and you can see it goes on. And for me, a nightlight should be on for 20 minutes, maybe only 10 minutes, but this literally, by the time I've stood up and left this off now, by the time I've stood up and left the room, it's already switched off. Like, it doesn't stay on very long, so for me, as a nightlight, it just doesn't work. The whole point of a nightlight for me is that it stays on while they fall asleep, and then they can put it on, and again if they wake up they can put it on and it stays on while they're awake, and then it turns off while they go to sleep. But literally that's just a few seconds, so for me that is a fail, although Tommy does like it, so it's not a complete fail. By the way, I will link all these products, all the ones that I can find, down below, So I will link this down below if you are interested, but as a nightlight I just think it is a bit rubbish because it doesn't stay on very long whatsoever. But for a child it is good because it is soft. It's like a rubbery material. Material, is that the right word to use? But it doesn't work as a nightlight. My second fail is a pair of leggings that I got from Primark, and the leggings, where have I put them? Here they are. The leggings are kind of, they're not normal leggings, they're kind of like a lycra type of material. I don't know if that's going to show up, but yeah. They've kind of not got much of a seam at the top, but they're advertised as smoothing leggings, so kind of like to smooth you out, not to hold you in fully, but to smooth everything. And I thought this would be perfect because I'm really struggling with a bit of body confidence at the moment, having just had a baby, and my middle area particularly is very big, and I've had 2 big babies and I am a little bit older, so my belly is going to take a long time to go back to what, well, I don't think I'll ever go back to what it was, but it's going to take a long time to get back to any sort of normal. And I thought these would be perfect just to help smooth everything out under my clothing, so I wasn't quite as conscious about the way I was looking. They do not stay up, and I don't know whether it's me, whether my belly's just so big that it's pushing it down, or whether they're too big or too small. I don't know what it is. But my other leggings stay up, even though one of the pairs is slightly too small, they still stay up. They're not perfectly up, but they do stay in place, whereas these I could not wear, and I couldn't walk in them. I couldn't guarantee that they would stay up, so they're a complete fail, complete waste of money. Maybe if I've lost some weight, they will work. Maybe if I wasn't quite so big, they would work. I don't know, but at the moment, they are a complete fail, and I never wear them because they just don't stay up and they're just really uncomfortable to wear. So on to some positive things, some favourites from the last few months. The first one is this single hairband. Actually, I got a whole pack of them. These bands are from Primark. I don't know if it's going to show up. There's no like joint in it, so there's no way of snagging your hair, and it held my hair really well. I've got really heavy hair, and this held it really well. I actually can't tie my hair back. For those that have followed me for a little while, you'll know that I've had my hair cut, and if you're wondering if my haircut is a favourite for this last month, I'm not sure. It's still growing on me. I like it when it's straight, but I wanted it to be easy when it's done curly, and it's, well, kind of curly today, and I'm not too sure how I think about it or feel about it, but I literally can't tie it back, so these aren't useful to me anymore. But when my hair was long, these were really nice, and I like that there's nowhere that it can snag on your hair. I can't really explain the kind of material. It's kind of ribbed, if that's going to show up. Yeah, it's kind of ribbed. So yeah, I did enjoy using these when my hair was long, but obviously now I can't tie my hair back at all. My next favourite is this necklace that I'm wearing now. It came in this beautiful packaging. It's like a marbled effect. It's just like a paper, and then it says Lisa Angel. I believe it's from the next collection. If I can find it, I will link it below for you. It was actually a gift. Let's see if I can show you the necklace. It's like 3 rings. Hopefully you were able to see that. It's like 3 rings. Are they Russian rings? Where they're linked together, and they've got names on them. So it's got my 2 boys' names on them and my husband's name on them. And this was a gift from a friend, which was so sweet of her to send that to me. I actually wanted something like this for my birthday last year, but I didn't get anything. And I'd been like having a look to see what I wanted, and just kind of wait until I had the money together, and then she sent me this. So whether I don't think she knew that I wanted it, she just happened to buy it for me, so that was really nice of her. But I've enjoyed wearing it. I'm not one to wear a lot of jewellery, and I don't like kind of fussy jewellery. I look at other people and see jewellery on them, I think, oh, that's really nice, but on me I just don't like it. And I just wanted something really simple, something I could wear on a daily basis, that it wouldn't really matter if it was on show or not on show. So if I had like a jumper that kind of covered it, that it didn't really matter. And just something really simple and maybe sentimental as well. and this is perfect for that, because it's got my boys and my husband's names on it, on the little rings, and it's just really simple and I love it. My next favourite are these brown boots. They are just little ankle Chelsea boots, is that what people call them? I don't know, I'm not into fashion really. And they kind of got like stretchy material here, and they're like a suedette. I don't think they're leather uppers, just kind of a suedette. And just little flat ankle boots. And a few months ago, or probably 2 months ago, 2.5 months ago, I'd gone to the supermarket and I just needed some clothes. I was even bigger then, my kind of baby weight was still there, the weight that you have when you've just had the baby, and I needed something to wear, and I was searching for clothes, and I did buy a shirt and a pair of leggings, but I wasn't really finding anything else. Nothing else really suited me or fitted very well, and I saw these boots and I just thought, you know what, if I can't look good everywhere else, at least my feet can look good. And I really wanted some brown boots, and I love that these are really tight around my ankles, not tight, snug around my ankles, that's the right word to use. I find that boots quite often are really big around my ankle because I'm a size 7. I think these are a 6.5, yeah, these are a 6.5, but I'm a UK size 7, but I don't have big legs. I don't hold a lot of weight on my legs, even though they're not skinny, they don't have a lot of weight on them. So I find that like ankle boots, and even like boots that go up your leg, knee-high boots, are just really big on my legs, but I like the look of ankle boots where it's snug around your ankle, and these are snug around my ankle, so I really like them. They look good on, and like I say, if I can't look good elsewhere, at least my feet can look good, and it just makes me feel a little bit happier when I look down and see some nice boots. So I have enjoyed wearing these. I've not worn them a ton because of the material and obviously winter weather, so I will definitely be wearing these in the next few months as well, because it won't be that warm that I can't wear boots. So yeah, loving wearing these. My next favourite is a maternity dress actually from H&M. It's this one here. I will try and put a photo in. I think I've only got a photo of me wearing it while I was pregnant. I'm not saying it's the best thing ever, but I bought it thinking that I could wear it after I'd had the baby as well. And this fit me right till the end of my pregnancy, and I got really big and had a really big bump at the end, and it just kind of fit around my bump really well. And since having my baby, it didn't fit very well to begin with. Now that I've lost a little bit of the weight, it just kind of skims over everything, and it's really comfortable to wear. It's great in this kind of chilled weather because it's long sleeve, and I can just like nip it in a little bit just to give me a little bit of shape. I don't pull it in too much because then it just emphasises my middle, which I don't want to emphasise at the moment, but it gives me a little bit of shape. And it's not the prettiest thing ever, but it's kind of very neutral, it's smart enough, and it's comfortable, and it's doing what I wanted it to do, and that was to be able to kind of transition between having the baby and losing all this weight and being comfortable in my body again. It's just giving me that kind of in between, so that is working really well, and I've enjoyed wearing it because I feel a little bit smarter than just wearing a pair of leggings and maybe an old t-shirt or something that just doesn't fit very well. This has made me feel a little bit more put together on a day when I don't feel put together in any other way, so I have enjoyed wearing that. My next favourite proves that I'm getting older, I'm an adult, I'm a mum, and I like to keep home. It's the Dyson V8. Who doesn't like a good vacuum cleaner? I have wanted to get a cordless vacuum cleaner for a long time, but we didn't need a new vacuum cleaner, and we don't have tons of money that we can just kind of spend whenever we want. If we've got a vacuum cleaner that works, we should just be using that and just wait until it's not working anymore before going out and buying a new one. But around Christmas or just after, we had a voucher for Argos that needed using, and we decided just to go and spend it. And my husband said to me, do you want a cordless vacuum cleaner or a steam mop? Because I've talked about having a steam mop for a while as well, and I decided that the cordless vacuum cleaner would be more useful than the mop. I have used the steam mop and I'm sure it would be useful, but I use this almost on a daily basis, I was struggling to do the vacuuming beforehand. I couldn't really lug it around when I was pregnant. Now that I've got 2 kids, it would be even harder because quite often I have to hold Fraser when I'm doing jobs if he's getting a bit fussy. I've got him in one arm while doing something else with my right hand. With this, I can do that because it's so light. I just absolutely love using it. Yesterday I had it out twice. That's how easy it is, because before I was struggling to get my vacuum cleaner out once a week. I'd actually given the job to Keith for a while and he was struggling to get it out as well because he was working long hours and then the weekends were always busy. And since getting this, we have vacuumed the house, not the whole house, but the living room mainly, probably almost once a day. Maybe not always once a day, but this has been an absolute game changer. We have loved using it. Obviously it hasn't got the attachment on at the moment just for the purpose of this video. The canister's not very big, but it doesn't matter. We can just empty it on a regular basis, and yeah, I couldn't recommend this more. Or at least I couldn't recommend a cordless vacuum cleaner. Whether there's other ones that are better, whether cheaper ones are just as good, I couldn't tell you that. But a cordless vacuum cleaner that's just small like this is an absolute game changer, particularly when you've got kids. And we haven't got huge spaces in our house. Like, there's a lot of kind of going around furniture in tight spaces, and that's really hard with a vacuum cleaner. Like, you're trying to get the vacuum around small spaces, it's not easy to do that. Whereas with this, you're not really getting anything that big around the furniture. So yeah, absolutely love it. And I probably would have happily got this as a Christmas present. Well, it kind of was, because it was a Christmas voucher that we received that we went and spent the money on, and they had this on offer in August at the time. It's a V8 that we've got, and so we got the on offer and we just decided just to do it because the offer might have gone and then we would have had to spend a lot more money on it, but we both love it. I thought I would share a few favourites of Tommy's for the last couple of months, and one of those is his bedroom. Actually, this is a favourite of mine, more so than his. When we moved him into his new bedroom, the hope was that he would have more space to play upstairs if I was getting ready, or maybe if you got up early in the morning. Instead of coming into our bedroom, he would stay in his bedroom. At first it didn't work. He just wanted to be with us, and he didn't get that he could go in his bedroom and play, and that he'd be okay being on his own in there. So it took a little while for him to get used to that idea, but I have absolutely loved this, having the extra space. His bedroom's quite big for a little boy. Since it's the same size as ours, you know, we've got a king size bed in ours and some big furniture. So for us it's not huge, but for him, when he's only got little furniture, little beds, it is brilliant for him. He can play, he can run around, and so he's got space, and I can put him in there, let him play, and I can get myself ready. The next favourite is his kitchen, which is actually up in his bedroom. He's got his kitchen, his wooden kitchen, and his toy food, his wooden toy food, and he just loves playing with it. I love it in the room. I think it matches really well. The baby is awake. He doesn't stay asleep very long during the day. So yes, Tommy has loved playing with his kitchen, and I actually think it matches his bedroom really well because it's kind of grey and the bedroom walls are grey, so it does match in his bedroom really well. So yeah, he's enjoyed it, and I think it looks actually really good in his bedroom as well. The next thing for Tommy is his car track. These are just 2 little pieces of it. Over the last few months, he has absolutely loved playing with this. We bought this, his nana bought this for him, I think for his first birthday, so he's had it over a year, and he just suddenly started playing with it again. And when I was trying to think if it was at the end of my pregnancy or just after Fraser was born, he really got into playing with it and building different tracks. Like, there is actually a way of building it where you get all the pieces into it. There's only one way that you can put it together, but Tommy was kind of coming up with all these different scenarios for building the track, and he just absolutely loved it. He doesn't play with it as much now, but over the last 2 or 3 months he really has enjoyed playing with it. We actually went out and bought a second set. It came from B&M Bargains, so it wasn't expensive. I think I got it on offer as well. I'm not sure if it's still there, but if it is, I will link it below. I've got a few favourites for Fraser for this little one, and the first being our Chico Next to Me crib. With Tommy, we just used a Moses basket, but he grew out of that within about 6 weeks, maybe a little bit longer, I'm not sure. But it was really, really fast that he grew out of that, and we had to move him into his cot. I wanted something that would last him longer than that, so that I had the option of keeping him with us in the bedroom till at least 6 months, particularly if he was still feeding at night. So I needed something a bit bigger, and the Chico next to me has been brilliant. I did consider getting like a wooden rocker, or glider I think they're called, but in the end I decided against it because I was considering breastfeeding. Well, I was going to try breastfeeding, and obviously that didn't work, but I wanted to be able to get him out really easily in the night. But I'm so glad that we've got the Chico next to me, because I can look at him while I'm laid down, he can see me, and if I need to and he's a bit upset, I can just quickly get him out and next to me or in my arms. So it has been really nice, and I'm really glad that we got that. How long it will last, I'm not too sure, but he has still got a bit of growing room in there, so I've got a few months still, hopefully, that we can keep him in the room with us, and he'll fit in the next to me crib, which is good. Got a nice little wet patch from Fraser sucking on my shoulder, nice. Anyway, my next favourite for Fraser is an app called Sound Sleeper, and it looks like this. Hopefully you can see that. Is it going to focus? Yeah. And I'll just show you what it looks like. The app looks like it's the one in the middle at the top. That's what the app looks like, and it's basically like white noise, and we put this on particularly at night. We don't have any sort of white noise toy for him, we just use the app, and it works really well. And if he's kind of stirring in the night and I don't think he's due a bottle or wants a bottle and he's just kind of stirring, I put it on. And I only put it on for a short while just to see if he's going to settle back down. Otherwise I'd get up and get him some milk, but if he settles back down and he's quite happy to go back to sleep, then I'll let him. And that has worked really well. We used it with Tommy and we're using it now again. And now my last favourite. This video probably has been a little bit too long. I apologise for waffling too much. But my last favourite is a couple of programmes on Netflix. I have watched probably a lot of Netflix over the last few months, particularly sitting feeding this one a lot, and recovering from giving birth. So yes, we have gone through a few different series, but a couple that we have really enjoyed. First being The Crown, which is a story about our current queen and her husband when they got married, and kind of her early days of becoming a queen. So I've really enjoyed that, and I keep hoping that they're going to make another series, but so far they haven't done. I think they've just got the 2 series, so recently did watch the 2nd series. And the other one is called Designated Survivor, and it's basically that where the whole government, is that what they call them, president and his council, I don't know what we would call it, in America are all blown up in an attack in City Hall, I think it is. And there's a designated survivor, so he was part of Parliament. No, I'm British. It's not Parliament. Part of the President's Council. I don't know what you would even call it. Anyway, he's basically made the President of the United States, even though he wasn't voted in. He didn't really have the experience to do it, and it's just how he survives his first year or first 2 years. So yeah, really enjoyed watching that. It had a bit of a storyline behind it and a bit of conspiracy and all that kind of stuff, so I enjoyed watching those 2. And that's all my favourites for the last few months. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Sorry it's been so long. It's been so long this one has woken up. He only had about a 10-minute nap, which is what he does during the day. Little power naps, and then hopefully sleeps at night. That's what we hope for anyway. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up if you have, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next one. Bye. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Hey. No smiles. See you guys. Bye.